Well, hey y'all, sorry for the unintentional video silence for a little while. Between grad school full-time and working part-time and 2 young kids and another project that I'm working on that's taking up a lot of energy, things haven't been going as planned as far as filming, but I've got some time this afternoon to do a couple of videos, so I'm going to get this one up for you, and then the next one will be next week. Excuse the hands. It was my son's 6th birthday party this weekend, and I was doing tie-dye, so I've got fabric paint and tie-dye all over my hands. But I wanted to do this video to show how my bullet journal is going, what it's looking like. And I wanted to do it for 2 reasons. First of all, because I've hit over 100 pages in my Leuchtturm1917 notebook, so it seemed like a good time to do another flip through. And also because I'm going to be changing things up. I'm not going to be using my Leuchtturm for a little while. Just with fall coming, I was feeling like I needed a change. So my next video, next week, stay tuned to see what my setup is now. But I want to go ahead and just dive right in now. For those that haven't seen my earlier videos, my stickers on the front are just transfer stickers, the rub-on stickers. These were from Michael's Recollections line, the boho collection. And I just covered them with top coat, nail polish top coat, because when I didn't cover them, they rubbed off. But these have held up really well with top coat on them. I'm going to skip the first because it's just my contact information. I just have one of the little Target dollar spot pockets here in case I needed to stick something in there. Some word art that I like that I got out of a book. And then my index. Pretty straightforward index. My 2016 at a glance. 2017 at a glance. My plan had been to put in the holidays for 2017, but since I'm not sure when I'm going to move back into this, I do plan on moving back into it eventually, but I held off on putting the holidays to make sure that it was still things that are relevant. This is my little gratitude spread, so just the little things in life like curly fries and memoirs and chamomile tea, things that just make me smile. Instead of doing like a monthly gratitude log or a daily log like a lot of people do, I just keep it all up here at the front and just add to it whenever the mood strikes, whenever I need some positivity. So here is my weekly spread. It's pretty straightforward. I have my appointments, timed appointments on one side, tasks for each day on the other side. I always have a quote at the top for inspiration, my meals for weekdays, my weekly tracker, things that are going on next week, and then any tasks that need to be done this week or this month that don't need to be done on a specific day. So I started this one at the beginning of May. So I've got weeklies and dailies. Then we get into, I'll show my dailies right quick. This is, actually I'll show a letter one that's a better example. I have a spread for my restorative activities, coping skills, things just when I'm feeling anxious or depressed that just bring me joy and bring me back where I need to be. Naturalist quotes from John Moore, Emerson, and Thoreau, just ones that I like. And my minimalism spread that's still not quite complete, but just different reminders for my strivings towards minimalism. Another weekly spread. This is my pretty standard daily at this point. So I've got the hourly tracker at the top, and I use this, I do sunrise and sunset. I have hearts for whenever my youngest nurses, and then the Z for whenever he sleeps, for when his nap time is. And then I have the dark filled in box that I do. Rather than color codings, I want to keep just my one pen with me. That is for when I'm occupied somewhere. I also have a dashed filled in for when my oldest is in school, and different keys like that. I just do it with texture and fill in instead of by color, so that's how I keep track of that. And then it's just transferring over from my weekly spread the things I have to do each day. And sometimes things get added, little things I did, or I'll fit in a quote that I found, or just other things that I want to take note of course. Then I have my level 10 life. I will link down below my video I did on this, so I'm not going to go into it in any depth. My hiking spread that I've been keeping updated, up to 80 miles now, which is not where I wanted to be, but it was a really, really hot summer and I didn't get out as much as I wanted. But I'm almost done with the section of trail that I've been trying to, a mountain to sea trail that I've been trying to get off all of it. I have 5 sections left to do, so hopefully I'll get that done before the end of the year. More May, weeklies and dailies. And into June. I do keep this mostly as just a planner. I have some collections in here, but mostly it's my weeklies and dailies. And I've really loved the bullet journaling setup. I've loved the simplicity of it. I've loved not feeling compelled to add stickers and just letting creativity with the way that I write my weeks sometimes, or just the little bits of color here. I love having my quotes that I get to pick out every week and really trying to set the tone for the week ahead. Sometimes if I have space, I'll fill in, like this was just a Bible verse that, I think it was what the Sunday sermon was on. So sometimes I'll make use of space like that, but not a lot of doodling, just because I'm not really artistic like that. We're into the end of July now with dailies and weeklies. I have my long-term to-do spread. Obviously, I've been super productive with it. I need to have this in here because otherwise I will forget these things. But as I said in a previous video, I'm awful at actually checking these things off. But they're here, so at least I don't forget about them. Into August now. Some collections here. This was my youngest 3rd birthday party, and so I planned his guest list and was able to write out what gifts he received from his friends, what things I was making, activities, favors that I was making, and then also back to school. And I color-coded this when my oldest went back to school, so he was purple, and then when my youngest went back to school and he was light blue, so I was able to see what supplies they were required to buy. They only needed shoes, thankfully, this year for back-to-school shopping. And then just little to-dos like making sure their medical forms were turned in, and that I gave them their haircuts. August weekly and dailies. I haven't changed things up too much. I knew from years of paper planning what worked for me, and so I just stuck with it, and it went really well. I haven't needed to tweak it very much. This is for the birthday party that was just this past weekend, my oldest 6th birthday party. So again, RSVPs, to-dos, favors, activities, and food that I was making. And this was this past week. So there we go. Here we are on page 102. So I filled up 101 pages. And of course, if you've seen my setup videos before, you know that I also have worked from the back. So that's where I've done my mood tracking. So there we are in the back. And when I was deciding that I wanted to take a break from the Leuchtturm, I knew that I wanted to preserve a lot of what I was doing in here. But I was just trying to figure out how, this is another one of the target pockets, how exactly I was going to do that. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little flip through to see how I filled up the first 100 or so pages of my Leuchtturm. Stay tuned for next week to see my new setup for the fall and what I'm going to be doing with it. And soon I'll hopefully also be able to get a video up about the project that I'm working on, because I'm really excited about it and can't wait to share it with you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.